Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we are going to do something I'm very excited to do a video about, which is how to find not just clothing on Amazon, because obviously we can find a bunch of clothing on Amazon, but how to find quality clothing, if you know what I mean. Like how to know what to look for in order to be sure that what you're getting is kind of what is being advertised. Kind of that thing, because I'm not gonna brag, I think I kind of have a knack for it. So I buy a lot of clothing on Amazon, but I also do a lot of research when I do it. And so with that, I've decided to come up with 5 things to look for when trying to search for clothing on Amazon. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So the first thing to look for, which I think is pretty obvious, but it's going to be a 1 + 2 equation. So number 1 is you're going to obviously look for somebody that has high star ratings. There are 5 stars on the Amazon rating system. You're going to want to look for something that's the closest to 5. Obviously, why would you choose one with 2 stars? But you're going to want to choose something that is highly rated with that. With number 1 also comes number 2. Number 2 is you're going to want to find one that has a decent amount of views, or reviews, not views. Decent amount of reviews. So you're not going to want to choose something that is 4 stars but only has 2 reviews, because it's only 2 people that have reviewed it. You totally could take that chance, but I don't like to do that because it's too risky for me, and that's like too much risky business for me. So I like to look at both 1 and 2. Do they have high stars, and do they have a decent amount of reviews? And this is going to be important later on one of the other ones, because normally with a lot of more reviews comes photos. So we will get into that, but just so you're looking, and when you start browsing, the first thing you're going to want to start with is number of stars. So obviously the more the better, and decent amount of reviews. So we're talking, I like to look at something with a couple hundred reviews at least. All right, that's 2, Shelby. Number 3 is going to be, when you're looking at reviews specifically, you're going to want to look at sizing. And what I mean by sizing is, obviously they're going to give you a guide. A lot of the times, even on Amazon, it'll be like size up or size down, or it's as like your size is as recommended on there. There's a truck passing by. I literally waited to record this until the dump truck left. Anyways, so you're going to specifically look, when you're looking at sizing, people will comment on reviews saying that they ordered a medium and they're normally a medium, but even a large, if they reordered it, or in their head they're thinking even a large wouldn't fit them, that they would have to order like a 2XL. When people are in the comments or in the reviews starting to comment about how small and how tight around the shoulders and the chest area this item is, more than likely this is going to be one of those items that comes from China with the weird like China sizing, if you guys know what I'm talking about. It's where basically, like, if you wear a large, you would need to order a 5XL, and that just starts getting complicated, and it starts creating frustration because you don't know what size you really are in this. So when I start seeing comments like that, I avoid the item because it's not worth my troubles. And normally on Amazon, these items are not priced as cheap as if you went onto those sites that sell all the Chinese sizing clothing. So to me, it's not worth it. You could totally find something completely similar. It'll even pop up on your like similar things below that doesn't have those complaints in it. So be very aware of sizing. Obviously you want to read the comments for sizing, because you know, you want to know what size you would be, and you want to look at the sizing chart. But the number 1 red flag for me for sizing is when people start complaining that they are just too small, like way too small, like the sizing is off. Abort mission, get out of that listing. We're not wasting time there. All right. My 4th tip for you guys, I don't know why I'm doing this as if like my 4th tip. So my 4th tip is going to be about colors. So a complaint that is often made on things that I tend to not check out is that the color is not true to the picture. So someone will order like a corally orange shirt and it'll show up and like, this is red. So if you were planning on having that corally orange shirt for a certain occasion and it comes in red, you're going to be very disappointed because you were wanting that color. Another thing that comes with color is the patterns on some of the things. I'm going to post an example of my mistake, even though I read the reviews and people said that the flower pattern on this dress was not like what showed up. So I ordered this dress. Take a look at it. It's black. It has these dainty flowers all up and down it. It was really cute. It was very fall. I don't wear bright colors, and I don't really wear florals, but I thought this floral was kind of muted enough. And then I'm gonna put a picture in. I don't look the greatest in it, but that is the dress that showed up. So you can see, I don't know if you can tell, but that's a navy blue dress with bright coral flowers that were way bigger than the photo I showed you before. And the mistake I made was that I even saw the reviews saying that the patterns and the florals were not what was advertised, and I bought the dress anyways, and now it's in a bin for donation because I wore it a couple times. I can't wear it because I don't like it on me. Like, it's too bright, it's too much going on. I wanted the smaller flowers. So again, you're gonna want to look at all that, because again, if you buy something and it's not the pattern that you chose, like what I just did with that mistake, you're gonna be really disappointed. And again, the items on Amazon are not that cheap. It's not cheap enough for you to be like, whatever, and toss it away. So like this dress was probably $20 something. So, you know, TJ Maxx prices, but at least TJ Maxx I can just go to the store and pick up a new size, or I see the design in front of me. So that's something you're gonna wanna remember when you're looking through reviews. This is the color, or do the colors match? Everyone like the colors and the patterns if you're looking at something that's patterned. All right, my last tip for you guys, number 5, is my most important tip. It is the tip I use all the time when I'm searching for clothing on Amazon, is photos. And this is why I brought up points 1 and 2. High star reviews, lots of reviews, because with those 2 come lots of photos from people. Yes, people will post photos of them in the clothing that they bought for review purposes. And what I like to do in there is, especially if they have a plethora of reviews, which is even better for me, is I like to go in there and see who has my body type, who has my chest. They even put their measurements in there a lot of the times. So for me, I'm 5'4", so I'm short and I have a big chest. I'm a triple D and I'm about a large, sometimes an extra large, depending on how tight the top is, a large in bottoms. So I like to go in there and I like to see how the clothing is fit. Some people like a tighter fit. I like a looser fit. So when I see it on somebody that's a similar size or a similar body type to me, I can see how the clothing hangs on them, and I can see if I'm gonna like that. Because I already know, specifically people who are bigger chested, you already know, like, when you see it on somebody else, you're like, nah, I don't like that, because I know I'm not gonna like how it hangs on me. Are the buttons popping out? Is it look too tight? Does the shoulders look tight? And then another thing is with height. I'm 5'4". I like my dresses to be mid-thigh, a little bit higher, but mid-thigh is a really good length on me. A lot of the times dresses are at the knee. So if I see somebody that says they're 5'4" or 5'5", or even a little taller than that, and those dresses are at the knee, I immediately know that I'm probably not gonna buy that item because I'm not going to like the dress. I do have a dress that I bought that is at the knees, and I don't know where I missed it that it was gonna be at the knees, but I hate it because I think that it makes me look frumpy. Whatever the case is, and again, this was a $15 dress. This isn't like cheap dresses to throw out, so now I gotta hem it. So the photos are very, very, very important in order to see how the item is going to fit on someone. Even with bathing suits, I bought a bathing suit and I specifically looked at bathing suits that were looking bomb on people with my shape. So did it help? Yes, I found a very bomb bathing suit on Amazon. So there you go. That is like the number 1 thing that I use, is the photos. So that wraps it up for the 5 things you should look for when you are shopping for clothes on Amazon. I hope that helps. I will link some of my favorite Amazon finds. Maybe I'll start a storefront, I'm not sure, but I'll at least link them down below so you can see my favorite ever items that I've found using those 5 methods. And let me tell you, there's some great gems in there, some great gems. If you like these types of videos, please let me know by giving it a thumbs up. Tell me below, hey, I like this video, or whatever the case may be. And also, if you want to keep seeing videos like this with Amazon finds or anything else that I post, go ahead and click the subscribe button down here or here. I don't know where it's at when you're looking at this video, but go ahead and hit the subscribe button, and until then, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.